There's simply no park model trailer built better than at General Coach. And now we're going to prove it. 12-gauge box steel frames, treated with environmentally friendly corrosion control undercoating, are assembled locally before arriving at the General Coach plant. Your frame is pulled into the plant to begin building your new park model trailer. To prep the chassis, the hangers are welded for axles. 4 14-ply 8-inch by 14.5-inch tires are installed, then a third axle added if required. Brake lines are then run and gas pipe added. Either 2x6 or 2x8 lumber, depending on your model, is used to create the floor joists. This lumber is placed in a floor jig to ensure that it stays straight and square. The lengths of lumber are then nail-plated together to create the required length of the floor so that the entire floor is framed on the jig. Floor joists are designed lengthwise in order to allow easy installation for ductwork and water lines. Once the floor is completed, a poly-mesh belly pan is rolled out, which goes under the floor.
You know, metal might draw cold, so you might get more condensation in your insulation. So I think going with the plastic is better. And if you ever got a problem later, you can always get into this from underneath. You can't get down into your plumbing, your water lines from up top anywhere. So you can get access to, fix something if something happens.
Your frame and floor are then joined. 2-inch lags are screwed through the outriggers of the frame to securely attach it to the floor. The order number from the final engineered drawings is attached to this frame, which corresponds to the drawings and paperwork and will accompany it on its journey throughout the building process with several review points along the way. The frame is then flipped and the process begins. An optional RV toilet and holding tank can be installed depending on park's requirements. Starting with flat stock aluminum, the ducting is machine formed on site. Ends are tightly crimped to ensure an absolute seal of airflow throughout the unit. The ducting is then cut to the specific lengths of your layout. At the same time, the 2x6 or 2x8 cavity that has just been built is being well insulated with either R19 or R26 insulation, depending on the model you've chosen. 1/2-inch plastic water lines and 1.5-inch ABS piping are then installed. This is the same plumbing material which is standard in today's housing. These lines will go above the insulation to protect the water from the weather. Once the glue has dried, these lines will be tested for leaks. Strapping is added which will suspend and support the ducting. This will keep it tight and secure to the floor. A 10-inch duct flange is installed for the furnace and cold air return, as well as for the air conditioner, and then well glued according to specs. The ducting, which has been perfectly built to the specifications of your trailer, is then carefully placed into the floor cavity. "5/8" number 1 and number 2 construction-grade plywood is used to build your floor. The wood panels are staggered for extra strength, then glued to the joists and stringers. The ducting is then glued as well to the floor panels to accommodate hot and cold temperature changes. Without this gluing, you would hear a popping sound when the temperature changed. It is critical, of course, to ensure that the floor and the floor material is perfectly straight. The slightest variation will provide many problems by the end of the line, so it is crucial that all lumber is 100% straight and the floor perfectly level. Any inferior lumber will be discarded immediately. First, a plumb line, the exact thickness of a pencil, is used all the way around. Flooring is tongue and grooved on both edges for additional reinforcement, then glued on the ends. The panels are then attached with screws no more than 6 inches apart. They are then gang nailed 16 inches apart on center floor joists.
On a 4x8 sheet, there's likely 60, 70 screws on it.
Excess plywood is then routed off to form the perimeter of the floor. The flooring that you've chosen is then adhered to the plywood floor. The floor then is moved up into position for the walls. The wall partitions are all hand-built, ensuring that all measurements are accurate and the lumber is straight. Walls are first pre-cut to size according to blueprints offline in the mill area, then transported to the appropriate workstation. Exterior walls are then built using 2x3s, 2x4s, or 2x6 studs on 16-inch centers, again depending on your choice of RV. A 6mm poly vapor barrier is installed to prevent moisture from penetrating the unit. Wall paneling built with pre-finished vinyl-on-luan is fire-rated to meet CSA requirements. The paneling is stapled securely to the wall frame. Windows and doorways are then routed out. On an adjacent line, the interior walls are being prepared. Measurements are again double-checked against the blueprints to ensure the interior walls are in the exact locations to prepare for installation. Doors, either pocket or hinged, are then framed in. Plumbing, hot water heaters, tubs, and sinks are hooked up. Moen taps are installed in both the kitchen and bath, either stainless steel or acrylic sinks. The partitions and the exterior walls are then erected. Side walls and end walls come next, and the cabinet sets can now be added. There is another layout review completed at this production stage. Customers love to run their hands over the quality finish of the cabinetry, so great care is taken in the construction and finish process. All cabinets, from the entertainment units to the cupboards, are custom built right in the factory. And these cabinets are all about attention to detail. The tiniest flaw will eventually be seen, so these cabinetry craftsmen will accept nothing less than perfection. The key is in the finish. No wood is ever used that is less than perfect. Every piece is hand-selected, hand-built, carefully assembled, and beautifully finished. All 3/4-inch pre-finished cabinet face frames are pocket screwed. Different manufacturers will use staples, which are not nearly as effective. Pocket screws ensure a tight, clean fit. Screws are always pressed flat to avoid bumps and bulges on face frames. Only top-grade material is used with no defects of any kind. This attention to detail is often overlooked at first glance by the customer when comparison shopping, but is a major contributor to the General Coach reputation and their commitment to quality.
Small details, like I like to make it look good because maybe someday I'll own one of these, you know, and I like the small details to be nice. Say, for instance, when two pieces come together, I don't want a crack in there. I want it real tight. No scratches or little dings or anything like that. Say if there's a scratch in the paneling, I'll go get another piece of paneling rather than use the scratched piece.
The fit and finish of the cabinetry is only one of the many distinctions between manufacturers. The cabinets are available in Brazilian cherry, oiled oak, or superior oak finish. Most materials are consistent with all models. However, special requests are more than welcome.
We like to, mix it up, and it's a lot of specialty units and stuff, so the designs are always changing, and nobody's really getting the same unit over and over again. It's kind of nice.
Although suppliers may change periodically, General Coach always guarantees the highest quality on the current market at the most affordable price. Materials can be custom ordered and sometimes unique to your unit only. If we don't have it, we can get it.
Like if anybody wants anything, our engineering team, we that work in purchasing, will do anything that it takes to provide people with what they want.
And at any time, you are more than welcome to drop in and see how it's going. How many companies will do that?
It used to be you do the same thing. Now it's what the customer wants. If they want 2 bedrooms, if they want them differently, if they want a jacuzzi tub in it, they'll do it. They'll meet fireplaces You know, built-in surround sound stereos, everything like that. Just all built in, anything they want. Skylights in the roof. Never used to do that. Tube lights in the bathroom, stuff like that. So it's just everyone's different. So every customer is different. It's unique. So everyone has different tastes. So it's kind of neat how they meet the customer demands like that.
Absolutely. I mean, we get customers in here without notice that want to take a plant tour. We always accommodate them, take them on a tour around. We usually take them on a tour and then show them some product. If they're already have a unit on order, we usually will sit them down and try and go through their order just to make sure everything is as they thought it was. You know, we do what we can with them for sure. So it's definitely an open factory for the customer, that's for sure.
We always enjoy the customers coming in. You know, you have to be friendly to them. They're buying our product. Actually on the line said, well, I really don't like it like that. Can we change that? Sure. During production.
Wow.
Just to accommodate. You have to.
And that's the way it should be. The builders and line supervisor will complete another layout review.
Or lease in the morning.
Well, being the lead hand, it's my responsibility to make sure that we give and deliver the best quality that we can.
Wiring and electrical, according to Ontario Hydro guidelines, is added for pot lights, surround sound, exterior lights and receptacles, hot plates, on-demand water heaters, and air conditioning. General Coach ensures that there are plenty of receptacles in all the rooms. 30 amp is currently standard.
50 amp is available. 50 amp is necessary for people who are requiring 220 voltage appliances such as ovens or dryers or hot tubs. And we also can accommodate if a particular person wants to hardwire in their units. We provide conduit anyway for television and telephone, but we can provide conduit to deliver a 100 amp service.
RVs are manufactured telephone and cable ready. All electrical is done prior to installation to avoid compromising the R value. The walls are then insulated. General Coach only uses top-grade pink fiberglass insulation. This insulation or R value will vary depending on seasonal or year-round use, ranging from R7 to R20. Quarter-inch aspenite, standard on resort and estate models, is then stapled to the exterior of the walls, adding extra rigidity. The camber is checked to make any alignment adjustments, and the aspenite will then hold to that shape. All openings for windows and doors are then cut out. GFI receptacle holes are cut from the outside, ensuring wind draft compliance around switches and receptacles, and an acoustic seal in the estate models. Barricade building wrap is designed to provide wind and water protection, covering the entire exterior of the trailer. Precision-engineered roof trusses are available in 312 or 412 roof pitch. The difference is simply style and preference. Here as well, any materials not meeting General Coach's standards will be rejected and returned to the supplier. A 6 mil poly vapor barrier is installed to ensure maximum sealing R value. The sealing material is carefully attached and light boxes are added. Wiring for panels is then completed. Roof trusses are connected with a 2x6 fascia board for added strength. The RV body is then pulled forward into place. And the roof lowered in a perfect fit. 7/16" OSB board is staggered across the roof trusses for additional strength. It's then glued for placement and screwed for a secure and permanent fit. Once the roof has been fit to the body, it travels onto the exterior finish line. Depending on your model choice, either Phillips aluminum single hung or vinyl thermal pane windows are next installed. North Star's double hung thermal pane window is a standard feature in all estate models. North Star also provides vinyl thermal pane patio doors for those seeking added comfort. All are installed and sealed with caulking and screws. They are checked from both the inside and out to ensure level and square and another perfect fit. The standard vinyl siding offers a maintenance-free exterior for the life of your trailer. Aluminum eave starter is nailed to the entire perimeter of the roof. Number 15 felt paper is then rolled across the entire roof. A bead of tar is run along the very edge for additional sealant, which is an added protection from wind damage. 30-year shingles are then installed over the entire unit. 4 roof vents per unit allow for proper attic ventilation and are well sealed. 10-inch continuous vinyl soffit is installed and trimmed. Aluminum fascia is then added. A standard 40,000 BTU furnace is installed, but can be upgraded to a 56,000 BTU furnace in the resort, but standard in the estate. Colors traditionally change each year to keep the look fresh and as contemporary as possible. The interior starts to take shape based on your choice of packages. Again, a final review of the plans ensures that every detail has been met. Either Venetian blinds or day-night shades are installed, framed by your choice of interior package. Draperies are hung, residential roll-top or arborite countertops are installed, appliances hooked up, and trim added. Heavily influenced by the European RV marketplace, General Coach has implemented some of their most interesting features, such as these hidden hinges. All cabinet doors are solid ash raised panel cabinet doors. Interior doors are hung. Only name brand vinyl, carpet, hardwood, and laminate is used. Every shelf, every appliance, every corner is cleaned and checked. At this point, quality control will conduct a thorough check throughout the unit, making sure that the RV is perfect. With every detail correct, the last of the furniture is placed. The commitment to the high-quality fit and finish is now apparent, setting General Coach apart from any of its competition.
That's why I've been here 30 years. I want it done right.
It's longevity for sure. You know, they've been here for 50, we're in our 59th year now, so it's definitely says something.
When you walk in, it's like a fantastic looking unit when it's all said and done, and you know somebody's getting a good piece. It, I don't know, makes you feel kind of warm inside, I guess.
You know, we're a higher end product for sure, as far as quality and again, getting into the customization. Somebody that's already had that lower end and wants to get the better product or the best, then you know, they come to us.
I'd buy it. I plan on buying it and retiring it because I'm very proud of what we make here.
The people behind the product, their attention to detail, the quality, the choice of materials, the craftsmanship, the engineering, the elegance, the design, the ultimate recreational vehicle. Now that you are assured of the care and craftsmanship beneath the walls, together with the quality and beauty of the features you can see, you can be confident and proud to own a General Coach Park Model trailer.